Hey, Jerry Fogert here with NoGIS.com. Thank you for joining us for yet another very exciting ArcGIS tutorial. In this exciting lesson, we are going to be importing an ArcInfo interchange file into ArcGIS Desktop. An ArcInfo interchange file format, also known as an export file, typically has an extension of .E00. If an ArcInfo interchange file is composed of several separate files, the extensions will have increments of .E01, .E02, .E03, and so on. In this lesson, we're going to keep it simple by working with a single component exchange file that has an extension of .E00. As a simple demonstration, I'm going to create an ArcInfo interchange file using ArcInfo Workstation. And remember, you do not need ArcInfo Workstation to complete this tutorial. We are only going through a demonstration of ArcInfo at this point. Okay, I'm going to get into ArcInfo Workstation using a command line DOS window. And at the prompt, I am going to type in list coverage to show the existing coverages in our directory. Now, shapefiles and geodatabases are the most common format for GIS vector data. But in the past, ArcInfo coverages were the method for storing geographic information assets. ArcInfo coverages are a little messy. They require two separate folders, each of which contain critical information, including a database component and the spatial component. Using Windows Explorer, we can take a closer look at how an ArcInfo coverage is stored. There are basically two separate directories. One has the title or name of the coverage, and then in addition to that, there's always a directory titled Info. Now we are working with just one ArcInfo coverage titled Roads. We are going to export this coverage to an interchange format or an export file. To get the usage of the export command, I will type in usage export. We will follow or enter the critical parameters, so I will type in export space cover or coverage space the name of our coverage, which is roads, and then I'll enter a new name for the interchange file or the export file. Perfect. All right, ArcInfo is crunching away, creating our ArcInfo interchange file, also known as an export file. Using Windows Explorer, let's take a look at that same directory. There it is. We have a new file with a .E00 extension. An ArcInfo interchange file contains information on either a coverage or an ESRI grid. I'm going to open up a fresh copy of ArcCatalog and navigate to the directory where our export file is located. Now notice that the export file is not visible in the ArcCatalog tree. We are going to instruct ArcCatalog to view the .E00 extension. From the main menu, we'll choose Tools, Options, and then click on the File Types tab. Click on the New Type button, and in the File Type dialog box, we'll enter the file extension of E00, and the description of type will be ArcInfo interchange file. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Let's click on the OK button. I will select a new icon to represent our interchange files by clicking on the Change Icon button, and we'll select this one. Perfect. After verifying our new file type, I will close the Options window. ArcCatalog needs a wake-up call. Simply tap on the F5 key to refresh the screen. Hello? Now we can see our interchange file. Before we can import the interchange file, we need to activate an existing toolbar titled ArcView 8x Tools. From the main menu, we'll choose Tools, Customize, and then place a checkbox next to ArcView 8x Tools. After closing the Customize window, our conversion tools are available. I will select Import from Interchange File. The interchange file we wish to import is titled roads_export.E00. We will place our output dataset in a brand new folder titled Import. I'll create that here. Let's name our output dataset Roads and then click Save. After clicking OK, the interchange file will be imported. Success! We have now imported the interchange file into an ArcInfo coverage. In this instance, if we double-click on the ArcInfo coverage Roads, we see there are 4 feature classes, including annotation, arc, a route class, and ticks. We can preview the arcs, which, by the way, are synonymous with a polyline, by clicking on Arc in the catalog tree and then clicking the Preview tab here. If we add the coverage to ArcMap, we can export the coverage to an ESRI shapefile by right-clicking on the asset, choosing Data, Export Data, and then specifying an output shapefile. Have you been unsuccessful in importing an interchange file? Well, your troubles may be related to the following issues. The issue that seems to cause the most problems relate to a space. Spaces cannot exist in the directory where the interchange file is located or in the directory where the coverage or grid will be generated. There is also a limitation to the number of characters for the output coverage or grid, and keep in mind that special characters are not permitted. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us for this exciting tutorial. And by the way, if you are looking for a comprehensive training series for ArcGIS Desktop up to intermediate levels, be sure to check out our complete training series titled No GIS.